Now, the carbonara is a great dish, but one of the things that needs the most is bacon.
Oh, you better be joking.
You've got to have bacon in it, otherwise it's just not a carbonara. Now,
Oh my God, unbelievable.
and my favourite herbs to put in it are chives and parsley.
Chives in carbonara, mannaggia la miseria, guys, come on. I've been living in Australia for almost 20 years, and let me tell you, we have some of the best food in the world over here. Amazing produce, we have food from all over the world, and you will never get tired of experiences, cuisines here in Australia. Italian food is one of the best cuisines also available here in Australia, okay? But over the years, I also came across some bad restaurants that make bad Italian food or other cuisines food. Unfortunately, it's something that you find everywhere in the world. Even when I go back to Italy, occasionally I find bad restaurants. But there is one thing that changed over the years, the carbonara. Carbonara in Australia was never a real carbonara. It was always something else, okay? Not even the American version. It was like more of an Australian carbonara, okay? What I like over the years is that the things have changed. People, even regional Australia, have tried real carbonara and they're never going back to the old school Australian carbonara. I met some of you face to face who told me, thank you for introducing me to carbonara, and I will never go back to the other one. Today I want to show you what the old school Australian carbonara used to be like.
This is one of the favourite dishes that I cook at home for my kids. It's a pasta carbonara.
Okay, hopefully the kids will love it. Let's see what he does.
I'm going to get some fettuccine and pop it into my boiling water.
Okay, first mistake, using fettuccine. So fettuccine is flat. By the way, they're not fettuccine, they look like pappardelle to me. But fettuccine or tagliatelle, or in this case pappardelle is using, they are flat noodles, so they absorb the sauce, they absorb a lot of sauce. So if you want to use it for carbonara, you do need to use more cheese, you need to use more eggs, okay? So that makes it heavier, okay? Originally, I would say do not use fresh pasta, that's fresh pasta what it's using, for carbonara, because you have eggs in the pasta, eggs in the sauce, heavy. But then I changed my mind, went to Rome, and I found the best carbonara in Rome at Maritozzo Rosso restaurant. You should guys check it out. You should go and eat there when you are in Rome. They have two restaurants, a casual one for lunch in Trastevere and a nice one for dinner in a different part of Rome. And what they do is they do fresh spaghetti made with eggs and they cook in 2 minutes. The reason why they do that is because it's easier in the kitchen to cook the spaghetti in 2 minutes and serve, okay? Instead of using dry spaghetti, which take about 10-11 minutes to cook. Using pappardelle for a carbonara, it's tricky. Makes your life a little bit more difficult if you're using eggs and pecorino.
I've got some salt in there already. Now, the carbonara is a great dish, but one of the things that needs the most is bacon.
Oh, you better be joking.
Do you understand, guys? It's guanciale. I think the chef never heard about guanciale. I don't know. I mean, you can find it at Irish Farm, you can find it online, you can find it in many places, in many delis in Australia. I live regional Australia and I can find guanciale in local grocery stores, okay? So in 2025, there are no excuses that you cannot find guanciale. The pig chick. Bacon, it's smoked. Guanciale, it's cured. There's a big difference. Guanciale is pig chick. Bacon is pork belly. Big difference. Pancetta is also pork belly, but it's cured. So pancetta is the closest to guanciale.
You've got to have bacon in it, otherwise it's just not a carbonara. Now,
Oh my God, unbelievable. So when you're on national TV saying this to people, teaching this to people, it's so bad. Especially when you get paid a lot of money, it's so bad. When you're teaching something to someone, you have to think you're a teacher. So whatever you say can't be wrong. It's like when you're at school. You don't want your kids to come home from school and tell you, hey, today I learned this. And you say, but who told you that? That's completely wrong. No, you don't want that.
see, I've got chunks of bacon all the way through. I'm going to pop that straight into the pan here.
And there is not enough fat on the bacon.
And get that sizzling away. Now,
It's lean, no fat. You need fat. And what, does he put onion? That's onion in the pan. He caramelized the onion. Mannaggia. That's definitely probably a good dish. Bacon and onion dish, great. but not carbonara, not in 2025.
This bacon's great because it's chopped up already. You can fry it up and use it in a Caesar salad, use it in any sort of pasta dish. When you're cooking pasta, you've got to give it a bit of a stir at the start, and that'll make sure it doesn't stick together.
Just realized the fresh pappardelle you're using, even though you call them fettuccine, they will cook in 2-3 minutes. Fresh pasta takes 2-3 minutes to cook, so the sauce is not ready. Once this pasta is ready, what are you going to do? You can't leave it in the water, it will become way overcooked. I don't understand.
That'll take a couple of minutes. I'll just toss my bacon around like that, and you can see the onion and garlic in there is already caramelized. Now we need some butter in there as well, and I've got a...
Okay, you took a completely different dish. It might be tasty, but butter in carbonara, mamma mia.
little bit of chopped butter already, and that makes it even more luscious and creamy.
Have you heard about eggs and pecorino and guanciale? That's what luscious.
Now you've got to have herbs for a pasta dish like this.
Do you? Why? Why? I need explanation of why you need herbs for a dish like this. Why in carbonara made with eggs, pecorino and guanciale doesn't need parsley or herbs? And tell me, what is the parsley going to do to this dish? When you have the guanciale giving beautiful crunch and flavors, when you have the eggs, eggy flavor, when you have the pecorino giving you the umami and when you got the guanciale fat giving you extra flavor. What is the pasta going to do? You won't even taste it.
And my favourite herbs to put in it are chives and parsley.
Chives in carbonara, mannaggia la miseria, guys, come on. Pre-1999, I understand you can do stuff like this. After 1999, early 2000, these carbonaras should be banned from restaurants, from TV, from everywhere, online.
Just chop them all together, line them up like this, and run my knife all the way through the parsley and the chives.
Chives, he's making dumplings, I don't understand. He's making dumplings. Chives doesn't go in Italian cuisine. You want to use chives? Great. At home, do whatever you want. If you're on national TV, I'm sorry. There is no such thing like chives in Italian pastas, especially carbonara. There's no chives in carbonara, okay? I don't know where you went to try carbonara. Maybe you went somewhere in China and they made your carbonara with chives, okay. But that was the wrong place to have carbonara, okay? Don't go to China for carbonara. Go to China for Chinese food, okay?
I'll add the herbs, a little bit of egg that I've whisked up with a fork, and then some cream. And then, of course, a little bit of Parmesan and cheese on top, just to finish it off. This is a great little dish.
Okay, it's a great little dish, yeah. Definitely not carbonara, but so far it's something, yeah, you can eat. There's nothing bad about it. The eggs and the cheese, the eggs are okay, but the amount of cheese it adds is very poor. I want that mix to be creamy, thick. You put extra salt, wow. You put lots of pepper, that's definitely a carbonara. Look at that, that's definitely a carbonara or maybe a cacio e pepe. That's a lot of pepper, that's a lot of pepper. I don't believe your kids will like this. But to me, it looks good, but the kids won't like it. Look how much chives he put in there. Look how much chives and parsley. Look at that. You know, over the years, the pasta really wanted to be on TV, on national TV in Australia, and teach Australians how to cook. But the media and TV channels, in a way, they never appreciated me, or they pushed me away by saying, you got too much energy for TV, you need to calm down, you need to change this, change that. I'm not changing for anyone, but to be honest, even if you paid me, even if I was on TV, I'm glad I'm not on TV today, but if I am on TV and you tell me what to do and I have to change myself, I'm so proud of being on YouTube and be able to do what I want to do. I'm so proud of what I've been doing over the years to teach people from all over the world how to cook Italian food the right way. Oh, he's putting cream. He's using a teapot to put. It's not a teapot, but he's putting cream now. Eggs and cream. What's the point to use eggs? Or what's the point to use cream? You got eggs. You didn't do it the right way because eggs and pecorino need to become creamy. To become a cream. You didn't do that, so remove the eggs at this point. Just use the cream. It's not a carbonara anymore. Forget about carbonara. But you want to make this dish, remove the eggs. They're useless. Just use cream.
Oh, it comes together beautifully. The bacon is all the way through it. The pasta's cooked beautifully. Looks fantastic.
Look, if you make this to someone who is used to the chive flavors and eats chives often, it's like a weekly ingredient, maybe they will definitely love it. And to me, who I don't use chive a lot in my cooking, I would definitely say, okay, that's different. I appreciate it. So what I'm trying to say is, as a dish, it's not bad. As a dish, it's good. It's something that I would probably enjoy if it's served. If you serve it to me, okay, I'm not gonna make it, but if you serve it to me, I'm gonna enjoy it. Why not? The reason, the thing is, you definitely need to use the eggs because they're useless, and you're adding these eggs flavors that pasta doesn't need, okay? So let's enjoy this creamy chives pasta with extra butter and burnt onion. I'm joking, but do not call it carbonara.
Fantastic. Now all I need is a little bit of cheese on top just to finish it off. This is the perfect carbonara for me. I like the way the bacon goes short, a little bit of onion and garlic in there as well. And cheese to finish it off. All I need to do is have a little taste of it. Look at those delicious chunks of bacon in there. That's a great dish.
Okay. Look, if you look at that, there's no carbonara in it. There's nothing that reminds me of carbonara. Great dish, huge statement. A passable dish, yes, is a dish that I will probably never make in my life because there are hundreds of different pasta dishes I will appreciate more. But apart from the chives and the egg that you add at the end, it could pass, okay? But to call this carbonara, because that's what he said. Is this recipe something needed in your life? Probably not. Do you want to learn more pasta sauces and more pasta cooking skills? What you have to do, guys, is come to my channel, subscribe if you're not subscribed, look at my videos. I've got playlists, I've got dessert playlists, pasta playlists, anti-pasta playlists, main courses playlists. Everything that covers Italian cuisine is there for you, okay? There are recipes that you know of, and there are recipes that you never heard of. And that's what I suggest you to also check out and try something different. You will never find this recipe on my channel, but I promise you I've got better recipes for you to try. Please let me know which one is your favorite recipe from Vincenzo's Plate channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you on the next Vincenzo's Plate video recipe. E ora si mangia. Vincenzo's Plate.